Hey, happy Saturday, guys. Good morning to you. It's a beautiful day here in the Northeast, that's for sure. I'm sure a lot of people are out enjoying the sunshine of the first day of today's the first day of spring or tomorrow? I think today. In any event, seems like a beautiful day outside today. But hey, thanks for joining today. Appreciate it. We're going to be Bill. How you doing? Good morning. The CRJ 700. I hear it's awesome. I've seen some videos. Looks pretty cool. How do you like it, Bill? Anyway, yeah. So we're gonna be doing some X-Plane 11 here today, primarily checking out the new support for the G2 controllers in X-Plane 11. To be honest with you, I've already done calibration and some of that stuff to get some of the work here, and we're going to just take a look at how it's functioning and what kind of job they did. This is 11.53R1, release 1, so I think this is still a beta. It's not beta. Beta's usually B1, so I guess it's release. I'm not sure. But in any event, we're going to be checking it out. But, yeah, it'd be cool to have the CRJ 700 in X-Plane, that's for sure. But in any event, yeah, so we're going to be doing that, and we're going to be flying the DA62, Diamond DA62 in VR and FSEconomy. Just a couple of quick flights today. And, yeah, so we'll be checking that out. You'll love it. Yeah, it looks to me like it's pretty complicated. So I would imagine it would take some time to learn, how to bring it up cold and dark. That's for sure. Pretty reasonably priced. Like, isn't it like $50 or something like that? I would think that I know you've got a pretty beefy PC, Bill. My PC's not as beefy. I would imagine that in FS 2020 that my system would probably lag a little bit with that jet. The detail in there is pretty high res, and I think it would really put a pounding on a 1080 Ti. But that's just my guess. I would have to learn how to fly that thing, and I got like my priorities are sort of like I want to learn how to fly the A320 first. But in any event, yeah, it looks pretty cool for sure. But in any event, let's check out these controllers. So, all right, you guys can see what I see here, hopefully. So we've got it all calibrated. We now have this option for the HP G2 Write device. It doesn't have a picture, okay, which is odd. Usually it has a picture. But in any event, you can see here, that's the menu button, the joystick, okay. Doesn't have a separate, here's a button, joystick button. It's reserved. I'm not sure what it's reserved for. I guess we'll find out when we're in the plane. But this palm button is also the same button as the push down the joystick button, which that seems odd to me. The pointer is button 3, and button 2. If you press the A button on the controller, it flashes both button 1 and button 2. If you press the B button, it flashes button 2. So I'm not sure what that's all about. But I guess we'll find out. What I really want to see if we can bring the menu into the cockpit and manipulate the menu. What I'm going to do here is let me just get, let's see. So, I don't know what button 0 is. I've pressed every button on this controller, and button 0 never comes up. It doesn't flash. So I'm not sure. I mean, I can grab this and say axis 0. I don't know what. Oh, I guess we can assign it. I don't want to give it any access. Well, I'm not sure what that is. Anyway, so let's just look at teleporting. So teleporting is much better now. So you can see I'm actually moving the joystick, and I can control where I point, which is how it was with the the Oculus controller, so that's an improvement for sure. So now I can pretty much use the same method that I did to teleport around and put myself in a precise position. So that's good. That's all good. Again, I don't know what this, I don't know how to bring the menu up here. It's not, I set the default configuration, and you can see in the default configuration, there's nothing here that brings up the menu. So I'm going to try here just to go in the plane and see how that works. Maybe I'm missing something here. So we're going to go done here. Now we're in the plane. Get myself centered here. Yeah, this is 11.53, Conrad. All right, so pressing the down button on the joystick, that does nothing. Pressing this is going to be your teleporting. Okay, so it works similar. Teleporting is now working similar to it used to work on the touch controller. So I can go outside here and I can now just basically turn the thumb stick and point myself, which is great. Couldn't do that before. That's a major improvement. Okay, so we can do that. Look at that. Look at that detail, man. So let's see if we can teleport inside the plane. Let's see if we can do that. Let me go over here. Damn it. Where's my orientation? Where's the plane? There it is. All right, let's go over here. And I want to open up the door, which I should be able to do from the outside. Let's see if I can do that. I don't think I can do it from the outside. That's odd. Used to be able to do that. Can't do it from the outside. Alright, so back in the cockpit. Alright, so this came up. So I guess I must have motioned that. So let's see if I can get this menu up here. So there's no button that triggers the menu. So I'm going to have to set that up. So that's kind of odd. Right? So that's messed up. So let's go to the configuration again, and we're going to what would be the best button? I would say like the thumbstick button, right? I mean, it seems to me, trying to remember how it was. See, this says this button 0 is a VR menu. I don't know what the hell button 0 is. So let's go here. Let's go VR R space menu. Okay, apply. Done. Update. Oh, done. What? Okay, well that's not good. It says an issue is detected with your joystick configuration. Missing essential VR button reserved. VR thumbstick touchpad button. Your control might not work properly. Okay, so that's not good. So this is going to be... Alright, done. Open joysticks. We'll just go back to reset defaults. Okay, cancel. Alright, so now it's got the VR menu. Okay, so it configured that. Let's just see if it works, I guess. Alright, so what... Let's see, I'm just going to pull you guys in. Hold on, let me just do pop out. Give me 1 second here, guys. Alright, so I'm going to go to Manage Windows. I'm going to take the... That's not it. That's it. Best quality. Move to VR. And let's put this over here. All right, let's see. What do you guys... Mouse in your house, how you doing? How is VR with someone who needs glasses? Does the helmet thing fit over your glasses? It depends on the glasses and depends on the VR headset. The H2, the HP Reverb G2 would probably need pretty thin, small glasses. I have inserts from VR Wave, which are basically reading glasses, 1.25 magnification and blue light filtering. So you can get inserts that go right on the lenses, so you don't have to use your glasses. So that's probably the best solution. All right. So I'm having a hard time here. I would have thought that the configuration would have been set up to just automatically bring the menu up, but it looks like it's sort of like a half-assed job here, if you will. Yeah, so that's unfortunate. All right, so let me just do this. Let's just get this plane going here. So we're going to let's see. First thing I'm always going to make sure we do in this plane is to turn on your fuel tanks. And we're going to turn the master on. This plane's very easy to start up. Alright, and we're going to get our AV master, well, let's get our master switches on our engines. And we'll get throttled to about 25%. We should start up here. Yeah. Left engine, and now the right engine. Beautiful. And we get our avionics on. Pitot heat on. We're going to set our flaps to take off. I don't know why the Avi tab is there. I don't need it. So we'll just put it over there. Now we're going to be... Let me put you guys over here. And let's get our throttle back to a reasonable RPM. All right, let's get. We're going from DAA. I'm gonna load a flight plan here. Let's see. I forgot how to do this. So menu. Let's see. Hold on. Flight plan. Clear. Menu. Let's see. Flight plan. Menu. Delete flight plan. Flight plan. Menu. And then we're going. Oh no, that's something we're going to go. We're going to. There we go. Let's get the cursor going. We're going to scroll down to our flight plan. We're going back to Cape May. So I have all these flight plans in here. So DAA to Cape May. That's the one we want right there. Enter that. We're going to go here and we're going to scroll down to Uhuzu, which is our first waypoint back home. And there we go. We're all set to go. So we'll fly at 4,000 feet. We're going to go nav on. We're going to go... We'll climb at 700 feet per minute. And everything looks like it's pretty much set there as far as getting the plane squared away. It's pretty odd about those G2 controllers. I would have thought that they would have set that up a little bit better, but unfortunately it looks like I've got to do some tinkering to make it work properly with the menus. I'm not sure. Let's take a look at, let me just bring up Chrome here. So here's the releases, 5.3 notes. So incremental bug fix patch update, which features a fix for the unusable HP G2 controllers. Our first time Metal and Vulkan will be surprisingly low. First time load, lots of shaders and pipelines compiling. Okay, that was take pretty long. Dark contrails instead of white. Ocean tiles loading slowly. Raindrops, flickering cloud shadows on the ground. They're still working on that. Software hangs and exit when using VR. Didn't have any of those problems. The big one though is where did I see it? Bug fixes. Add HP Reverb G2 configs from Bill. So I guess they added that, but for some reason, unless I'm doing something wrong here, and I'm sure maybe if someone was watching this after stream or during the stream, they'll tell me what I'm doing wrong. I can't, for some reason, I cannot bring up the menu, which is a bummer. But anyway, let's take a look at our flight plan for today. So we're going to be going again from Davison Air Force Base to Cape May. We actually have a TFR here, so but we're ignoring that. We're going to be flying over Maryland, Delaware, the Delmar Peninsula, right, onto the lower tip of New Jersey here into Cape May. So pretty simple flight today. Yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing. About 100 miles, or just 108 miles, and we'll take it from there. Cool. So let's look at. So we've got only 4 passengers today available from Davidson to Cape May. We've got those all loaded up in the Diamond in FSEconomy. So we'll be taking those. Got 75 gallons of fuel, which is plenty for the 108-mile trip. And we should be good to go. All right, so let's go here. Go FSEconomy. Log in. Takes a little time. Takes a little time. Takes a little time. Alright, there you go. It takes a while for some reason. Alright, we're going to start flight, and we're good to go there. We got our four passengers on board, so we're good to go. Alright, let's get rolling here. Alright, so we're going to be, what's our runway here? We want to take off to the east, right? So we're gonna taxi over to the west here. And let's get our brakes off. So we're gonna do runway 14. Hey Conrad, how you doing? Explains the known bug, explains the notes, explains the seat to crash the desktop, explain 11 when you press the Windows Mixed Reality button. Okay, well, so that's good. So they fixed something that you were experiencing. I wasn't experiencing that problem. I'm just wondering why these controllers aren't pre-configured, why you have to go through this rigmarole. It looks like when I upgraded, I forgot to. Every time I upgrade, I have to reset all the parameters and stuff. So it looks like I've got contours set, which is fine. All right, we'll get on the runway right here. Flaps set to take off. The outside here, ailerons, elevators, rudder, good. Okay. Bombasa, how you doing? Good to see you, man. All right, let's get this thing up to 88% and get her rolling. I mean, the good news is they fixed the teleporting. That's a good thing. Yeah, I don't like contours in X-Plane. Look how that runway goes up like that and down like that. Like, that's really bad. I mean, in real life, a runway is not going to be like that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the contour of that. That's no good. Our gear up. Flaps up. Well, it's certainly smooth, that's for sure, in VR, which is what you want, right? All right, let's get our autopilot on. By the way, I know you guys who follow me know that I have had all the trees turned off. I turned them all back on because with the new CPU that I have, the trees are not affecting performance anymore, so they're all back, which is a good thing. Nice to have trees again. All right, so we're making our climb here, slowly gaining speed. Climb up to 4,000. One of my favorite planes in VR. Looks great. Cracker, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Hope you guys are having a great Saturday. I know it's beautiful out at least in the Northeast here, so don't expect a lot of people today because they're probably breaking out to get some fresh air. Especially now that more and more people are getting the big shot. I got my first shot yesterday, actually. The Pfizer shot. So my second one I get like in early April. Didn't have any effect on. I didn't have any. So far, I have not had any issues. What is that blob on the screen there? That's weird. There's like a gray blob on the screen. Interesting. Probably just a glitch. All right, 2,100 feet. So yeah, just really confused. And I would think they'd make, they do the design. I remember like with the Oculus CV1, the image actually looked like a touch controller. Now they're back to this XVR controller, which obviously does not look like a HP Reverb controller. But it doesn't have the functionality. Like I remember in the Oculus, the way you did it was you pressed down on the joystick button and you pressed the. Let me think about this for a second. You pressed one of the A or B buttons. That brought up the menu. Yeah. And then you rotated the joystick to select the menu item, okay? And then whichever menu item you selected would automatically be configured. That's what I remember. Are there FBOs in FSEconomy? Oh, yes. Yes. In fact, our group owns about, let's see, 15 or so, I'd say, FBOs. Main ones are Cape May and Roanoke. Those are larger FBOs, and then there's smaller ones in the network. So, yeah, there's definitely FBOs. All right, 3,500 feet. Sorry, I was daydreaming there a little bit. Just thinking about something that's going on. Anyway, yeah, so we're 4,000. Good. We've got 88 miles to go to our waypoint. It's going to take us about... the clock is still winding down as we're gaining speed here. We're getting up to speed, probably be about 162 knots. So I would say it's going to take us about a half hour to get where we're going. Roanoke is in Virginia. It's not. It's spelled Roanoake, I believe. It's that's how it's spelled. Here, I can show you. Let me show you on Sky Vector here. So if you go to it's KROA. Yeah, ROANOKE. Roanoke. Right there. Roanoke Blacksburg's Regional. So is anybody else in stream here using, have you guys used 5.3 yet? Have you had any different experience with the G2 controllers than I have, not being able to bring up the menu and not knowing what button 0 is? It was really kind of odd. Oh, and I've been looking like online that there's no explanation. I'm not sure. I don't know what button 0 is. I don't know the best functionality. I guess it's something I'm going to have to tinker with. I mean, like I said, the good news is that the teleporting seems to be working much better, which is good. That was, that was a problem, not being able to teleport. Pardon me. Oh. Yeah, so it was interesting. Yesterday, I went to get my shot, the first of the Pfizer vaccine. It was in like this convention center, and it was pretty amazing. It was run by the Army, completely efficient. You get there, they check your credentials that you have an appointment. You go in, you go through a line. You stand 6 feet away from each other. You get to the registration. They take your photo ID and your information. They never asked for my insurance card, so whatever. Even though they told me to bring it. And so got through that, and they point you to another line. You go to that line where you sit down and you talk with another Army guy who takes your vitals, your information, date of birth, address, verifies your stuff, and he gives you your COVID vaccination CDC card, which was eerie. And then you take that, go to another line, and you wait for another Army dude to tell you who to go to get your vaccination. So I sit down, I get my vaccination booth area. It's kind of private and semi-private, I would say. And there was a paramedic from Illinois, out of state, right? And he sits you down, a little terse, not very. Obviously, it seems like seemed like it was probably a long day for him, even though it was in the morning. I'm sure he had, vaccinated a lot of people by then. But in any event, sit down, asks you a few more questions, shows you a chart, and asks you if you have any of these ailments or symptoms or whatever. You answer yes or no, and then gets a Band-Aid, puts the Band-Aid on your arm, gets to get ready to cover where he's going to stick you. Takes the vaccine, asks you which arm, puts it in the arm, boom, covers it with hits it with alcohol, puts the vaccine in your arm, covers it with a Band-Aid, says, okay, go follow the blue lines and go to the waiting area. So then you go to the waiting area and you sit there for 15 minutes on your own time. And while you're there, someone stops by and asks you if you've signed up for your next appointment for your second shot, which I had done already by the time the person came by, and they ask you if you're feeling okay, and just verifying that you know that you need to sit there for 15 minutes. So you do that, and then they have this little Q scan card that you carry with you, and then in the end you walk out the door, you hand another woman this Q scan card, and then you're out the door, and that's it. It took about 30 minutes from the time I stepped up in line to the time actually 45 with the 15-minute wait, but 30 minutes to actually get the vaccine and get to the waiting area, which I thought was pretty efficient considering how many people they're vaccinating. I think this particular facility was vaccinating like upwards of 3,000 or 4,000 people a day, something like that, maybe more. But it was interesting. So you got the Moderna shot and have both now through work. Second one had more soreness than the first. Yeah. They say the second one's a little sore. I mean, I've had no symptoms at all. Nothing from the first one. Some people have gotten pretty sick, I guess, from the second one. But I don't know. My wife had both. She had no issues with either. This is a Pfizer. She had the Pfizer, too. So, in any event, it was an interesting thing. Like, as we're all standing in various lines with masks on, it was really, it's like surrealistic. Like, you never imagined in your lifetime that this type of thing would happen. That you would have to go to a facility that was run by the Army to give you a vaccine for a virus that, is affecting the world. It was like a movie, It's like being in a movie, Strange. Really strange. I mean, the parking lot, it was, bunch of like government vehicles, U.S. government license plates, Homeland Security, this, that, and the other thing. Signs all over the place, no photography, absolutely whatsoever. It was, I don't know, it was just, it was eerie's not the right word. It was surreal, I think is the best word. It was a surreal experience. But anyway, we shall see, right? Hopefully this will be the thing that changes things. I mean, you can already see that most states, even the tighter states, are starting to loosen up a little bit, I mean, I suspected that would happen after the election anyway. Not to be political, but, I think a lot of this was political. A lot of the fear and over-amplification was politically driven. But in any event, Diesel, how you doing? Good morning. In any event, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So it was pretty easy to do. And let's hope between now and the next, in early April when I go for my second shot, that I don't contract COVID. I'm not sure what would happen if I contracted COVID after I got the first shot. I don't think you have any immunity at all. Not quite sure. Guess I should look into that. I like, being a person that likes to be informed about shit, might be a good idea to get informed about that. But in any event, that was my yesterday morning. Man, that is some green water down there. Look at that. So next week we'll probably be doing a on-air stream on Saturday morning. Probably. And then the following, we'll probably do a group flight. You've lost 7 around the country, so your viewpoint is a little different. I'm not sure what you mean by 7. I'm not sure what you mean. In New Brunswick, it's New Brunswick in Canada? Or is that Newfoundland, New Brunswick? What is that? There's a breakout of an unknown disease that is similar to a rare fatal brain disease? What? New Brunswick? New Brunswick brain disease. Bill, the group flight will be on Microsoft Flight Simulator. They're always on that because X-Plane doesn't have a group flight function, unfortunately. Okay, here we go. Global news. Let's pull this up here. New Brunswick health officials tracking cluster of patients with unknown brain disease. New Brunswick health officials are alerting the province doctors, nurses, and pharmacists about a growing cluster of people with neurological syndrome unknown origin. The symptom condition is similar to those of whatever that is. I'll never be able to pronounce that. A rare degenerative brain disorder. 43 cases under investigation in the province, 35 confirmed, 8 suspected. Most likely a new disease. That's odd. Yeah. I guess that happens, right? You get these morphed viruses or diseases, you know. Yeah, it'll be MFS 2020 for sure. Oh, you've lost 7 family members. Wow. That's a lot, dude. I'm sorry to hear that. That's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. That's a big number. Well, no, Diesel, I don't believe everything on the internet, that's for sure. All right, Diesel, I'll check it out later. I've been so busy, I have not had any time for on air or any of that stuff. I got a lot going on in my personal life that just is precluding me from, you know, doing flight simulation. To tell you the truth, it's just, you know, I got a lot going on. But in any event, yeah, I mean that is awful, man. So that's really awful. What country are you in, Bambosa? Please remind me. A lot of people losing their family. That's a lot of people. Are you in Spain? I can't remember where you are. Sorry. Look at that, half our trip over. 15 minutes to go. I can see the Delaware Bay right there. Oh, you're in Texas area. Okay. All plane manufacturers are in Austin, Texas, promoting all the new planes and electronics at Austin. Ooh, that's cool. Is Cirrus there, man? I would definitely check out Cirrus. That would be kind of cool. You should check it out. It's like a, I guess it's like a auto, like an air, with a, what's the word? An airplane expo kind of thing. Pretty cool. What is the flight today? We're flying from Davidson Airport in, I guess it's Virginia, to Cape May, New Jersey. And then we may do another flight. We'll see. Let's see. Let's just see. We got a little time here. Let's see. FSEconomy. So let's see if we can. So we're going to be at Cape May. Let's see what we got here. What can we find? Cool. 51, we don't have enough people. 57's a tiny little airport. 85. I don't get to go to Alexandria often and get a flight back. Maybe do an 85. 95 miles. Let's see. 1, 2. We need 6 passengers. So we don't have enough there. So I want to do a full flight. So let's do. We can do 57, or we could do Dover. We haven't done that one in a while. I'm not Dover, it's Air Park. Yeah, that one doesn't make a whole lot of money for the group, but you know what? It's only 34 miles. I tell you what, let's do N57 because we can get 6 people there. Let's ship it back. Let's ship it back. Oh, we got plenty to bring back there, so we should probably go get some passengers. So 1, 3, we got our 6 seats filled. Could be a different, no, that's not cool. We'll have our 6 seats filled. And we'll get these 6 souls to New Garden. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do the New Garden. All right. The southern tip of New Jersey is in sight. The It sure is nice in this G2 to be able to see that. You could not see that in the CV1. There's no way that would be this visible being 21 miles away. That's pretty cool. Alright, so we can start to descend. Where's my controller? There it is. So we'll get down to 2,000 feet. Start a slow descent. Down to 2,000. Some of the farms in Delaware. Is it Hennepin State Park over there, that peninsula? And that little harbor there is the town of Lewis. Pretty sure. And it's Lewes, Lewis, Delaware. And that's where the ferry comes in to go over to Cape May. So they go across the Delaware Bay there to Cape May a couple times a day, bringing cars and people. It's pretty cool. It's expensive though. It's like $30 per way, something like that. Alright, crossing that Delaware Bay. I think X-Plane needs to... They need to add a little color to their scenery. That's one of the problems. Like, it's got this dullness to it, you know? It does. Even with the CV1, it had a dullness to it. Like, they need to, like... I guess it's the saturation. They need to increase the saturation a little bit, you know? In my humble opinion. Just to give things a little bit more color. You know? All right. Yeah, you're surprised about how vibrant the vibe is. I think that's because it's got the LED displays, right? The OLED displays. That was the CV1 too. The CV1 had the OLED display. The G2's got the LCD display, and that definitely mutes the colors quite a bit. Like, for example, the green, like right there on the panel where it says GPS and autopilot and vertical speed. In the CV1, it would be like a vibrant chartreuse green, and with the G2, it's kind of a muted chartreuse green. So there's definitely a difference in the panels, you know. I don't remember, there used to be a Carabao on a long time ago on YouTube, so if you see that on the FSE group, that's me. Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. That's fine. All right, airfield is in sight. Down to 2,000. Let's bring her down to 500. Oh, sorry, 1,500. Start to reduce speed. Cape May traffic. Diamond 328 Tango Delta is 10 miles west of the field at 1,700 feet. We'll be straight-in approach for runway 10, I believe it is. Sorry, guys. I can't remember the number of the runway. I think it's 10. Pretty sure it's 10. Straight-in approach, Cape May. Yeah, that was kind of botched, but oh well. All right, we're perfectly lined up. Yeah, it's got to be 10 because we're perfectly lined up. Cape May traffic 328 Tango Delta is 5 miles west of the field at 1,500 feet. Straight in approach for runway 10 full stop Cape May. All right, here we go. We're off autopilot. We're straight shot right into 10. It's just amazing how smooth the flight is. You know, ever since I upgraded the CPU, it's made such a difference. I know I hemmed and hawed over doing that, but that really, really improved things in X-Plane. It really did. And I know I've said that multiple times, but if you're contemplating going from a quad core to an 8 core, I highly recommend it. I mean, I went from i7 6700 to a i7 10 700K, and it's just made the world of difference in X-Plane. It really has. X-Plane likes beefy CPUs, as does most sims, or I should say, as do most sims. But X-Plane in particular, it's just really made a huge difference. All right, 100 miles, 100 knots. And we're going to stay in the Ti SC2. Slow it down a little bit more here. 99. Alrighty, here we go. Beautiful. Now I'm just going to stay right here because I got plenty of runway, and we'll just take off this way. Because we're the only one at the airport, so we can do that. All right, we're going to get our brake on. And did I? What? FSEconomy, finish flight. Okay, flight is finished. And we've got 64 gallons on board. Let me show you here. 64 gallons on board. We've got our 6 passengers ready to roll. Let's just take a look at the log here for our last flight. We only made $700 for the group, but that's all right. We'll take it. All right, so we got to load our flight plan. I think we should be fine with 64 gallons, so that's good. I'm going to start flight. Flight is started. We're going to N57, so let's get our flight plan in here. So we're going to go flight plan, and we're going to, oops, hold on, clear. And we're going to have to scroll up here to N57. Oops, it's not right. Where is it? N57. And that's our flight plan. Beautiful. So we'll fly at let's get this 3,000 feet and go up 700 feet per minute. Let's see, did we start the flight? Just want to make sure. Yep, we did. And we'll be All right, can you guys hear me now? I probably lost you there. I guess what happened was, for some reason, my headset lost power. I had to disconnect the power, reconnect the power. It was really strange. Like the power, the light was off on the little device that you plug the power into. The little connector that you plug the power into. The light was off, and I had to basically unplug the power out of it and replug it back in. And now it seems like the headset is working again. Okay, so that was a kind of a glitchy thing. Anyway, we're going to have to get X-Plane rolling here again, so... Oh, shit, I got to get... SteamVR going. All right, it seems like we're working again. Hopefully you guys can hear me. We're still streaming, right? Yeah, we're still streaming. That was really odd. Let me just see if... Okay, yeah, that was odd. That's the first time that's ever happened. So what happened was... can you hear me now, guys? You should be able to hear me now. Can you hear me now, guys? Are you guys able to hear me? Okay, cool. So yeah, so what happened there was, while I was configuring something, I guess in FSEconomy, I went to start the FSEconomy. X-Plane crashed. The screen went blue inside the headset, and then I couldn't connect. The HP Reverb G2 would not connect, so I had to disconnect the power from the HP Reverb G2, reconnect that, and then all of a sudden I guess it rebooted and now it's working. So I don't know, weird. So anyway, let's get this going here. So we're gonna go. I guess we just resume last. No, I don't want to resume last flight. Oh shit! I just hit the wrong goddamn button. Darn it! All right, let's see what happens here. I don't know where I'm gonna be. Hopefully, it'll put me at Cape May. That's strange. That was really strange. That's the first time that happened. Crashed the desktop. X-Plane 11 crashed to desktop. It was really the first time I've had a crash a desktop with X-Plane 11 with the G2 that I can remember. It's a beta version, so I guess that's to be expected. Where I'm in the wrong spot. Okay, so now I gotta go to flight configuration again. I'm in the wrong spot. I gotta get to let's see. All right, we're gonna go to flight configuration, and we're gonna change location to KWWD. It is amazing how crisp the text is with the G2 compared to the CV1. Like every once in a while, I'll notice things like, "Wow, that's really crisp," you know. All right, so we're going to be taking off this way. Okay, and we go back to the configuration, and let's customize. But let's have the engines going. All right, this may take a little bit of time to load here. Yeah, so that's the first time that that's happened, that I've had that that crash like that. Luckily, everything came back okay. So, Conrad, you're saying you think Sony was the only company that combined OLED with RGB stripe pattern, was hoping everyone would adopt, was going to standard LED. I guess it kept the cost down. Yeah, I guess the LCDs are less expensive, which is why that's what HP chose. I would have preferred OLED. All right, let's hope we can get these engines running here. Hold on. I don't know why they're not running. Oh, the masters are off. Let's turn the masters on. That was odd. Oh, I know why. Let's get the gas on. You got to have fuel flowing. All right, we're good there. Okay, we're going to have to make sure FSEconomy is going okay. So let's see, cancel that flight, and then we're going to go to here because we reloaded this, so we have to log in again. For our quick flight to N57. See, these crashes happen to everybody, guys. Unfortunately. I always worry about this right here, if FSEconomy is going to crash, but it usually always logs in. It just takes a while. I don't know why it takes so long. All right, start flight. All right, we're good there. We got our flight started. And we're going to N57, so let's just make sure our flight plan is in there. Flight plan. Scroll down to the Cape Mays. Oh, put that N57. There we go. And we're going to want the first waypoint. Activate. Boom. And we're going to want to go to nav. We'll set we'll just fly at 2,000 today. 700 feet per minute. We're going to set our flaps to take off. Pitot heat on. And we're ready to go. Just like that, ready to go. Ailerons, flaps, rudders. Beautiful. Here we go. Turn the brake off. Alright, autopilot is on. We will make our way to New Garden. Sorry, guys. My wife is texting me here. I got to be honest with you. I don't know what it is, but I'm feeling like a little. What's the word I'm looking for? A little distracted today. I'm not sure if it's a symptom of the first vaccine. Like, I actually feel like a headache coming on. I don't know if you know what I mean, but like sometimes when you feel like a headache is about to come on, that's what I feel like right now. So if you guys don't mind, I'm actually going to stop the stream now because I'm not feeling that well. It's not that I feel terrible, but I just don't feel like myself. So I know you guys. I appreciate you guys coming today, and I don't mean to worry anybody. Everything's fine. I just want to go upstairs and take some Advil and sort of like chill out a little while. I just feel odd. Anyway, all right, guys. So we're gonna cut the stream off mid-flight. I apologize. This is kind of an odd stream today. But I appreciate you joining. So I promise next time it'll be more jointed and more organized. But I do apologize. All right, guys, listen. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. It's like I said, it's beautiful here in the Northeast. I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll talk soon. Take care, guys.